warm welcome to ETH Insights. This is Sunay Vanshu in conversation with Mr. Mohamed Ibrahim, who's the Director, Customer Excellence with Emaar Egypt. Pleasure to have you with us today.
Pleasure is mine, Sunay. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. I have a few questions for you today. And, rather than jumping into the group philosophy, let me start with your experience, with the expansive experience of so many years across different segments, different markets internationally. Does it prove challenging to enter into the Indian market to provide that customer experience, or do these add a lot more value to what you do?
The Indian market is one of the, I would say, biggest markets globally, and opportunities are countless. From a talent perspective, every market has its own nuances, whether culture, and here we talk about a very authentic culture that has its own nuances. I advise any leader who's assigned to work in India with international exposure like mine to actually understand the nuances of the culture, the needs that is specific to the society,
right,
from interactions to the values, so they can actually start they can come and take this as a start point and bring over their international exposure with them to add value to the society and to the offering of their organization.
Right. And in the current scheme of things, I would want to understand from you, what is the meaning of customer experience when it comes to, say, the real estate development industry?
For me, experience, whether it's in real estate, whether it's in telco, whether it's in tech, it's everything, right? It's what defines the level of continuity of the customer with you moving forward.
Right.
And if you want to zoom in real estate customers, whether actually you're talking about a high end or not, this is their day-to-day, this is their life. They expect the basics to be there, but not only the basics, just beyond that.
Right.
Safety, security, easiness of accessibility. You can count from the easiness of accessing their house till their leisure time, name it. So, and you need to be there and every moment that divides their journey. So you actually deliver with them on a daily basis.
With the ever-changing world, obviously, and the evolving technologies, is there something which you find is very promising for the industry that you represent?
Technology is a key word, and the whole world is talking about now generative AI and how it's actually leading the world to maybe I would say post-COVID world to a new beginning of endless experiences that probably didn't exist before. I see big relevance in terms of maybe touchless, I would say, contacts. Just you walk in just by face recognition.
Right.
All the information about you is there, so that you don't need to grab a card or you don't need to grab a phone to pass by gates. You actually you can get served just by a touch of your phone. It's already well known that customers would need to exert some effort to get to a channel or a touch point to get served. I think leveraging this within this industry can help a lot with the experience and changing, I would say, fast tracking the experience to the next level.
And do you see any challenges if you need to implement these, and how do you kind of prepare to overcome them?
There has to be a harmony between both technology and people.
Right.
For me, experience is not only dependent on technology or not only people dependent, but also there's a dimension of process as well. So you get the right people, you get them to manage process and use the technology to get you actually where you want in terms of the easiness of the experience. There has to be this harmony. upskilling the people to use the technology, making sure you do the right investments in place, you have your channel strategy right.
Right.
And yeah, I think this all needs to work together to give you the output you would expect.
Picking out something from your previous answer around the newer technologies, you said, you could enter a place with a facial recognition. What are your thoughts in terms of India making its strides on these technologies?
I think this is a very good opportunity. Earlier in today's conference, I heard one of the speakers in the opening speak talk about how would this work in the airports, for example,
Right.
in India. Solving problems is actually one of the greatest drivers for customer experience. Turning around what is considered difficulties for the day-to-day average man, in this case at the airport or whether in the city, if you're finishing any governmental related paperwork, could be saving a lot of time.
Right.
Imagine the seamless experience of getting into or out of the airport with this example we talked about, or maybe passing by a gate where you're required to show your ID. If this is stored, your life is way easier. And I think there are some really good practice that started to happen within the industry.
Wonderful. I think that's all from my side. I've had a pleasure speaking to you today.
Pleasure is mine, and thank you for having me in Mumbai. That I consider this is like homecoming for me. Thank you, ETH.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.